Stop taking diet advice from Karen in the office. Hi, my name's Rachel and I run a women's body transformation program called Level Up, where we help busy women just like you to finally break free from the diet cycle and finally drop stubborn body fat and gain life-changing confidence without restriction and without overwhelm. In today's episode, I'm going to tell you exactly why you need to stop listening to the wrong people when it comes to getting results and actually listen to the ones that know what they are talking about. Cough, cough, me. Now look, the problem is everyone's got an opinion, right? Every bloody woman has an opinion on what everyone else is doing because when it comes to diets, they've tried them all. Slimming clubs, injections, challenges, you name it, right? And everyone thinks that just because they've tried something, they know everything about it. They don't. Your friends like to put their input in, social media has an impact, random influencers, you name it, right? Everyone has got an opinion. And I'm not saying people aren't entitled to their opinion, but what I am saying is you should be very careful about what opinions you listen to and what facts you listen to. And there's a big difference. Now, the problem here is the conflicting advice leads to paralysis. Like, it leads to you not being able to do anything. You end up not knowing what to do, so you don't do anything. You freeze. You get decision fatigue. You're stuck. And then you obviously don't get results. Karen in the office is always on the bloody latest fad diet and God knows what else, but has absolutely no results to show for it. Yet she's the first person to give out the advice. Side note, if you're Karen and you're a lovely lady, I'm sorry if I've offended you by using your name, but it's just the first name that came to my head. I get so annoyed about this when there are so many women that feel the need to provide their opinion on a topic that they actually have no expertise in. And they think because they've been to Slimming World twice and they've dropped 7 pounds in 3 days, that they know it all. You don't. You literally don't. I have so many of my clients, right, that come to me at the start of their journey and they're like, my mum said I should do this and my friend at work said I should do this and blah, blah, blah. So what? If they were right, you'd have the results that you wanted by now. If you're currently listening to other people, yet you are still stuck in a position where you feel unhappy and uncomfortable, you are listening to the wrong people. It's like seeing, I don't know, people on social media post reels, right? And they look the part and they try and give you these quick tips that you need to do to transform in the next 30 days. But they don't tell you the fact that they have spent years and years and years and years working on their goals. Or that they have very strong genetics, which is why their glutes look that way, or whatever it is. There's no context behind it. And this is the problem when you're not careful with who you listen to. And I'm not sat here saying I know it all, because I 1,000,000% don't. But what I do know is you shouldn't be taking diet advice off of Karen from the bloody office. If you're constantly chopping and changing who you listen to, don't be surprised when you're constantly chopping and changing your results too. There's a powerful line for you. You need to have consistency. You need to be listening to someone that knows what they are talking about and that someone that is also not passing their opinion for the sake of passing their opinion. You know, you get those people that just always feel the need to bloody say something because if you've done something, they've been there, done that and triple X'd it or whatever else. You know, those types of people. And if you're one of those people, learn to be a bit quieter. Stop, put your input in. The point of this is, and I'm trying not to digress, but it's so easy to get caught up in listening to the opinions of others. And when we listen too much, we let that impact what we choose to do. And I know some of you might listen to this and go, oh, Rachel, nothing bothers me what anyone else says and I'll do my own thing. But it's like, okay, hold the mirror up and ask yourself, have you got the results that you want? Because if you haven't, that will be playing a part. If you're not careful with who you listen to, you will notice that. Your results will be impacted by that. Because you can have all the willpower and discipline and whatever else you want to call it in the world. If you're not laser focused and if you're not if you haven't got your blockers on and shut out from what other people are saying, then you are going to listen to what they're saying. You are going to be impacted by it. And you can't necessarily help that, but you can help it if you're choosing to listen to it. One of my clients, and I won't say her name, but she's been with me for give or take a year now. Incredible results, like insane. She's absolutely smashing it. But unfortunately, she has a really toxic work environment where all of the Karens in her office and all of the other ladies with other names as well, basically everyone in there, are so judgmental and so opinionated on what she is doing, like it affects their life. Like they feel the need to just say some pretty nasty stuff to her. Every single week, this client is constantly battling with women in her office. Constantly. They make comments about what she's doing. They try and throw her off track. But these are the same women that order takeaways and bring in beige, rubbish food into work every single week. And they're the same women that seem to know what the best thing is to do to lose weight. Like, make it make sense. They think they're doing her a favour, or they think they're just trying to, I don't really know, make their presence known. Who knows? But they're not. So please be careful who you listen to. Luckily, this client is open with us and she shares this with us and the community. So we can like help her through that and support her through that. But God forbid if she didn't have us. And I know so many of you obviously don't have us, that you're not a client and you don't have the community that we've built. Therefore, you don't have all these women in your corner supporting you. Instead, you've got to listen to all these Karens telling you what you're doing is not right and you should try X, Y, and Z and inject something up your bum and take this and that. Like, you really need to be careful who you listen to. Credibility matters massively. Follow those who walk the talk and get results. Follow those that have been there. And I can say that with confidence, not arrogance, confidence, because I have been there myself. I never used to feel comfortable. I always used to hide away in baggy clothes. I know I'm saying that right now wearing a baggy jumper, but it's cold. And I'm not wearing it to hide away. I'm just cold. I used to feel so uncomfortable with how I looked. And I used to work in offices and I would listen to the next best diet that someone was doing. And I'd try it and all of this stuff and I never got anywhere. So I can say all of this stuff because that's my experience. And it's the experience that so many of my clients have been through themselves. You need to listen to someone that has proof, that knows what they are talking about, that has been there, that has helped loads of women. We have helped over 400 women. So I'm not just saying this from my experience, I'm saying it from the experience of helping over 400 other women. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of reps in the bank. It's proof that I know what I'm talking about. And as I said, I've been there myself. I'm laughing at the note that I've just written. If I wanted to learn how to be a mechanic, I'm not going to go and ask a chef, am I? There's your answer. Stop listening to those who have no idea what they're talking about, even if they claim to care about you. Caring about someone isn't always passing your opinion. Caring about someone is encouraging them to speak to the person that knows what they're talking about. If they did care about you, they would point you in that direction. And they'd probably keep their mouth shut. You'd hope they would. So take a moment to reflect. Who are you listening to? Who do you have in your life right now? Are the people in your life serving you? Are they encouraging you to be the best version of yourself? Or are they holding you back? Are they keeping you in the position you don't want to be in? Do they make you feel rubbish in yourself? Are they constantly criticizing you? And I know you can't always control that, especially if it's a work environment. If it was me, and I guess I say this now because I feel confident in myself, but if I was in an environment at work where women were feeling the need to comment, I think one of the most powerful questions you can ask back is, why are you saying that? I digress slightly, but if you literally looked a woman that's making a comment at you in the eye and asked her why she felt the need to say that, I guarantee you that would shake her up a little bit, and I guarantee you she would not actually be able to give you an answer. Because sometimes women don't realise they're doing it because they've always done it, even though that's a bullshit excuse. But it's kind of the truth. It's what people say. So have the conversation. If someone's bothering you, like, do something about it. And that's not me saying do something about it in a violent way. That's me saying just have that uncomfortable conversation, because people are all well and good to judge what others are doing, but they do absolutely nothing themselves. These same people that are making comments to you are the same ones that are shoving takeaways down their throat every single week, that are actually feeling really uncomfortable in their own bodies and are doing nothing about it. So if you are getting grief from other people, it's a reflection of their own insecurities, not yours. They're feeling their need to project it onto you so they feel better about the fact they're doing nothing about it. If you know that what you are doing has come from a trusted source, if you know it's going to get you the results that you want, then you need to keep going with it. Trust the process. Listen to the person that has the proof. Listen to the person that has been there themselves. Listen to the person that has helped hundreds of other women do the same thing, because then you'll get results. Stop listening to Karen in the office. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I hope this episode has helped. I hope this has made you go, oh, okay, I need to shut out X, Y, and Z from my life. Or maybe not your whole life, but maybe you just need to be mindful about who you're actually listening to. And look, if you're actually ready to take your results to the next level, if you're ready to stop listening to Karen and start listening to the right person, I've opened up a handful of slots this week where we'll run through exactly what you're struggling with right now, what it is that you want to achieve, and we'll map out how we can ensure that we get you there. Click the link in the description, book a day and time that suits you best, and I look forward to speaking to you very soon. And look, if you don't book the call, that's totally fine. I'll see you on the next episode.